So I come down to get my duals. I looked at the radar and there was about a 3-hour window where it wasn't going to rain, and I get about a mile from the auction yard and they're coming down in buckets. Guess I should have checked the radar for Sagertown. A little bit different. Well, we got the trailer loaded. We, as in me and myself and I. Rear wheel weights, I just rolled them up. They're about 145 pounds a piece, I think. They're heavy. They're a small person to pick up, but yeah, there's your duals. And then that, by Gawky, that came with the pet cocky. And I smell gas, so there's probably a little in the tank. Now, this would go nice on my 48, which currently it doesn't need it. And I don't know up to what year it's sitting upside down, but up to what year, like, did these hood assemblies start with the 47s and go through 50? I don't know. Somebody like Ledgmere is going to know more about it than me. But to store this, I mean, I'll be honest, I'm just going to shut that petcock and dump diesel in it and just store it with diesel. It's the same thing as oil, really, as far as rust prevention. And then there's my radiator, and I don't know, it's got a okay tested sticker on it. So, and that grill right there will go with my I believe my 57, but I'll have to check and see which one's better. But yeah, got the parts for the right price and front weights to boot. Well, I made it home, and I'm looking at this for setting the duals up. This is the 55, and you can see it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts, and then the nuts, and then you look in the back here. And there ain't many threads sticking off. There we go. There ain't many threads sticking off of that. Maybe 3.5 threads. So I'm definitely going to need longer bolts. I mean, it's not even debatable. Although I'm not sure up top here. Yeah, I mean, you just don't want to start clipping this stuff, but I think you're high enough on the center that it probably wouldn't. Yeah, it's going to go right from here up into right there. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Let's just get the duals lined up and see how they look. It's about all we can do. All right. Well, the tread pretty much matches as far as tread depth. I'd say they're both, I mean, these are 75%. They're probably 75%. All right. So they're like a clamp-on, snap-on, whatever you want to call it, set of duals, okay? That don't take the clamps. They take big, long bolts. And I'm going to get a tape measure and see how long we're talking. All right, so let's go to the other side of the center. Out to here, we're looking at, I'd be comfortable with 16-inch bolts. I mean, 16-inch rods. I mean, I'm going to tell you 15 inches all day from there to there, which with the clamp-ons is no big deal. But I almost wonder if the hardware or something, he lost the hardware and didn't include it. There should have been hardware included with this, and it ain't. So I got some fetching to do. No real big deal, but just it happens. So check this out. This is my 48, okay, with the Woods belly mower, but This is a different rim. This is a different setup, and it even has the, I guess you'd call these the lips right here for the duals. And you're talking the difference between probably 15 inches and maybe a foot, 10 inches. These are set up for duals. Much, much better. About a 2-inch difference. My thing is, I can definitely see duals on this. Definitely. You know, your brush hogging, field's a little wet. Your main drives go to sink a little bit. Your outers float you, keep you afloat. Oh yeah, I can see dualing this sucker right out. I just got to get the right bolts for it. It's set up perfectly. All right, so I went to Tractor Supply. The longest bolts that they had, the local Tractor Supply, was 8 inches. So I special ordered some 14s, half-inch 14s. They're going to be here in 2-3 days. So the Cubby dual action is delayed. I may do some wheel swapping. You know, I don't really know factually that I need duals for the brush hog Cub, but I don't know. I may switch them around and put them on the 55. But I just wanted to keep you updated and keep you posted on the dualies. Vince dually. Well, let's see what came in the box, in the bush. 90% of you, you're not going to understand what in the bush means. Get out of there. There we go. There we go. This might just go somewhere. Somewhere over here. Right about like that. And I am completely down with that because that keeps them where they belong and it's tight. Now, I don't believe this was original out of the factory. They had these, I don't know, clamps like that that's up front there along here. And like I say, these hoses are getting changed anyways. I want to put a breakaway coupler. I got to measure for hose length to here, so it should come out. The original coupler, breakaway coupler, come out to about here. And the whole reason behind that was that in case the implement somehow you hit something in the field, this come unattached, this would give. Instead of just ripping the hose right off of there and I guess potentially hot hydraulic fluid leaking everywhere. Now, I was on a 656 gas one time and sprung a leak underneath there, and it was a hot summer day, man. And that hot hydraulic fluid just shot up in the air and it was just showering me. And I just sat there and I shut the tractor off and I was just like, when it rains, it pours. Like this. This is my H right here. And this does have the breakaway coupler, and it's so nice, man. You just pop these out, your hoses push in, your male ends, and then when you go to disconnect, you just pull them out. I mean, it's the way to go. It's definitely the way to go, and it's not real hard to do, as you can see there. And these are your Pioneer fittings, and number 8250. So Pioneer 8250s is what you're gonna want. I can't see if there's any other identifier on there or not. It looks like maybe a Z right there, but I don't know. I don't know, MZ. Is that what that says? Yeah, it looks like MZ and then the number I gave you. So there you go. Get you one. Have some fun. You can see the M has the same loosey-goosey setup. It does have this on the deck, and that's been nice over the years. But yeah, I'm going to put a breakaway on this as well. These are These are actually IH. You can see that IH stamp right there. So, them's old. The hoses ain't old though. Somebody at least had the decency to put new hoses on there, and it wasn't me. So let's see. Yeah. This isn't too bad, but I'd still like a breakaway. Just because it's the better way to go. We've had about 3 days of straight rain, and the fields are just a little too wet, even though this is pretty good ground. It dries out fast. I need a couple days on it. And we'll get the old 3 bottom out, pulled by the M. No, not the Super MTA, the M. 3 bottom, little genius. Probably see you Friday. I'm gonna do things my way.